reason I'm here tonight is because many of you are fairly new to this webinar, the training from a distance, and many of you won't fully understand what's different about Jill and what my role is with our relationship and why you should learn from Jill and perhaps not necessarily from some of the other people that are around there. And the reason that I want to talk tonight is because Jill just does like talking about herself. She can be confident, she can be empowering, but when it comes to talking about herself, she's bashful. So I have to be more to mouth when it comes to talking about Jill. So for those of you who aren't aware, Jill is an avatara. An avatar, or avatar in the male sense, is a person who is chosen by the divine, the Godhead, to deliver messages for the benefit of mankind. When I say chosen, that doesn't necessarily mean that they chose Jill or any other avatar. It's part of that covenant that we make when we have our process put them back to planet incarnation. We have many incarnations, thousands of incarnations for our soul to grow and develop, but we only have the one spirit. And this is Jill's last incarnation, according to the angelic realm. She's off to the Brotherhood of Light when she moves on. And for those of you that have looked first book, Casting on God, you'll know that I made a covenant with the angelic realm when they came through because they wanted to take Jill probably about 4 or 5 years ago now. They said that they needed her, that I had to make a covenant. The covenant was that as long as I continue to write, then she can stay here. So Jill has a sword of Damocles over her head right now. If I don't write, she goes. Our partnership is such that I'm here in the background doing all the support work and writing and proofreading and managerial stuff and helping to promote Jill. And it's something I chose to do rather than concentrating on my career, on my speaking, but we both speak and will continue to speak. So what's different about Jill? She's a trans channel. A trans channel can speak directly to the angelic realm at will. And there are levels of trans channel. In that Jill has the ability not only to speak to angels, she can speak to ascended masters, she can speak to archangels, she can speak to archangels on other planets, and she can speak to archangels in other universes at will, as long as she has the energy levels. And Metatron, Archangel Metatron, is the overseer of all of the universes, and she also has direct contact with Metatron. But that's not where it stops with Jill, because Jill, they've given her the ability over the last few years to be a very powerful healer. And a typical example of that would be, we have a friend, a colleague that comes to some of the classes. She was taking an airplane flight and she lost her hearing, literally, through the pressure changes, and she went deaf. And she's been to doctors, to consultants, to even psychiatrists, with no help whatsoever. And she turned to Jill, and Jill took upon a program of sound healing, and it's been going on now for a few months, but she's now regaining her hearing back, something that the medical profession wasn't able to do. So we, along with many other people, are living proof that healing can take place as long as it's learned and used in the right capacity without the need of medicine very often. Jill is also a counsellor, which makes her different as well in that she coaches. She's a life coach. A number of people started to take up life coaching with Jill. She coaches things like empowerment, confidence, self-esteem, connection to angels, relationships and relationship problems, emotional well-being, and psychic cord cutting, getting rid of that emotional baggage. And another nice thing about Jill is when she wants to be she's funny. And that goes a long way. So you have this unique opportunity to learn directly from the angelic realm through Jill. I'm a messenger too, but my messages come through Jill when Jill transchannels. So when Jill transchannels, she's unconscious, totally unaware of what she said. So it's either recorded, typed, or I'm there and I'm able to have a two-way conversation. Well, it's not a three-way conversation, it's a two-way conversation, because I'm able to have a conversation with archangels, angels, my guides, and ascended masters. And then I have to, for want of a better expression, fill Jill in afterwards and tell Jill what we've talked about. And also, when Jill does channeling, Jill gets it visually as well as audibly. So if she types it, if she records it, then she only records the words. And then what happens then is I ask, what did you see? So I'm the one that fills in all the various different bits of what the colours were, what size it was, where it came from, how fast it was going, what it felt like, so that you have a much clearer picture and feeling of what's been said by the angelic realm. And also, this is the first time ever that the angelic realm have been able to give their messages, their lessons in real time. So what you read in the Bible, what you read in the Quran, what you read in the Torah, the Tanakh, the Kabbalah, they are messages that people have written from receiving information from the Godhead, but they will have their own slant with their own behavioral traits and loss of memory and likes and dislikes. Take things out, put things in. What we do our best to do, especially with the transchanneling, is give you word for word exactly what the angelic realm has said. Specifically, whether it's an ascended master, one of my guides, an archangel. This doesn't come from a source on the internet. It doesn't come from a book that's being read. It doesn't come from passages that people find and reiterate. It's direct from the angelic realm. So it's not coming from somewhere else, it's coming from source. So you have this unique opportunity to learn from source and not from something that someone has read or heard that has been said by someone else that maybe got it right, maybe didn't, maybe embellished it, maybe didn't. But this way you have a situation where you can get what we earnestly believe is the truth. Now bearing in mind that many of you won't know this, prior to about 2000 and, no, not 2005, probably certainly 2000, I was a real atheist. But by the time I got to 2005 and started to talk to me through Jill, I had no option. I either believed or probably I'll slit my throat probably, because the first conversation I ever had was with Archangel Athrael through Jill. And Archangel Athrael is the angel of death. So when I embellish something in our Facebook group, Angel Messenger, and Jill says she just communicated with Athrael, and then I embellish it and say, oh, and by the way, Archangel Athrael is the angel of death. It hurts a little bit when somebody says wrong. Archangel Athrael is only believed by Muslims and part of the Christian society, and is not accepted as the angel of death anywhere else. And my first point of call is, okay, where did you get your information? Why can't someone simply write, well, that's interesting, I've read this or I've learned that. Why can't somebody simply say, where did you get that information from? And then you can make your own mind up. Because I've spoken with Athrael. Athrael looks after me and he's watched over me from birth. And part of my destiny was to be involved with Jill. Apparently I should have met up with Jill about 20 years ago, but they never quite managed to get us together. They pushed us together in in various different dance halls, discos at the time, but we never really got together until 1994. So I want to pass you over to Jill. We've got this exciting program that's starting. Was it starting in January, Jill? It's starting in January, and a tremendous amount of learning coming from the angelic realm that you can be a part of. And we're going to be moving forward in 2017 with these type of programs, so that on the 12th of January, okay, it starts on the 12th of January, and we're going to be moving forward with these kind of programs that are directly from the angelic realm in this closed group, right? Someone mentioned earlier that they were a little bit concerned about joining this webinar tonight simply because they were afraid that they got an atheist husband who they didn't really want to hear what was being said, or atheist partner didn't want them to hear what was being said. Just like on the webinar, you can type in, you can do it away from whether you don't want to know that you're there. In the closed group in Angel Messenger, that's the same. What goes in there stays in there. It doesn't leave from there. People can have that ability to speak. I'd like you to tell people that so they understand, because a lot of people won't join and won't voice themselves because of fear of other people making fun of them or putting them down or having a go at them. And also, one last thing is, if you're not part of our organistic group, then you must check into that, because part of the angelic realm's theme right now is getting people healthy again. We're not a healthy species in general, and my journey is, in fact, I'll share something with you. In how many days' time? 8 days' time, December the 15th, I hit 5 years since I was diagnosed with cancer, and I refused all medical treatment, and they gave me 4 to 8 years to live, and I'm still here because I changed my diet, I changed my lifestyle, and I'm no worse off than what I was 5 years ago. In fact, I'm still 4 stone lighter, and in pounds, what's that? 56 pounds lighter, and I'm healthier now than what I was 25 years ago. And we want to share that with you with our Organic Holistic Living group. So please join in there. I'm going to pass you over to Joe. It's been my pleasure to have a talk with you, and I hope I'll be able to talk with you again in the future.